Before we begin, please be advised that this episode delves into sensitive and potentially disturbing subject matter. We will be discussing the tragic violence and untimely death of a young black woman. The details of this case may be graphic and emotionally challenging for some listeners. We understand that such content can be difficult to process, and we encourage you to prioritize your well-being. Listener discretion is strongly advised. If you feel overwhelmed at any point, please do not hesitate to take a break or seek support. You've undoubtedly seen countless true crime headlines capturing your attention with sensational details. However, it's often the most painful and heartbreaking stories that fade away quietly, lost in the noise. Dark Rainbows. True crime in the community is dedicated to shining a light on those very stories, especially when the victims are often overlooked or marginalized by mainstream media. We aim to give voice to the voiceless and ensure that their stories are never forgotten. Today, we bring you the story of a young woman whose life was tragically cut short. This is the case of Alexandria, also known as Kris Foley. We will explore the circumstances surrounding her death, the investigation that followed, and the impact her loss has had on her loved ones and the wider community. It was late July 2025, in the vibrant heart of downtown Houston. The city throbbed with life, unaware of the tragedy that was about to unfold. Alexandria Kris Foley, a vibrant 31-year-old woman, talented, deeply loved by her friends and family, was last seen near the popular Off the Record nightclub. The time was approximately 2 a.m. on July 26th. She had spent the evening with friends, enjoying the music and the company, before stepping out into the warm Houston night. Little did she know, this would be her last night. As the first rays of dawn kissed the Houston skyline, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, the unthinkable had already occurred. News began to spread through community posts confirming the devastating truth. She is no longer with us. The words hung heavy in the digital air, a stark announcement of a life cut short, a future stolen. The vibrant energy of the city seemed to dim in the face of such profound loss. Petite and adorned with meaningful tattoos, Kris carried stories on her skin, each a testament to her experiences and passions. She possessed a laugh that could effortlessly light up a room, a contagious joy that drew people to her. She loved her community deeply, investing her time and energy in building connections and supporting those around her. Her spirit was infectious, her presence a gift to all who knew her, her dreams, so full of promise, her connections woven with love and loyalty, her life, brimming with potential. All of it ended abruptly, leaving a void that could never truly be filled. And in the immediate aftermath, little was reported beyond local whispers, hushed conversations filled with grief and disbelief. The silence surrounding her death only amplified the pain, leaving her loved ones searching for answers and justice. What happened next was a sequence of events that would forever alter the lives of those involved, leaving a trail of devastation and unanswered questions. At approximately 3 a.m., a black car, driven by James Tzu Chi Yen, a 30-year-old man, recklessly struck Kris's vehicle while she was stopped at a red light. The impact was forceful, the sound echoing through the otherwise quiet night. Authorities swiftly charged him with intoxication manslaughter, a charge that reflected the gravity of his actions and the devastating consequences. Investigators pieced together the events, believing that he had slammed into her car from behind with immense force, and then, in a moment of callous disregard, fled the scene, leaving Kris to face the aftermath alone. Her car was reportedly found crashed and smoking near the intersection, a mangled mess of metal and shattered glass. Witnesses at the scene described the driver stumbling away from the wreckage, a bottle clutched in his hand, disappearing into the darkness of the night. His actions spoke volumes, painting a picture of recklessness and a blatant disregard for human life. No motive was shared publicly. No spotlight followed her story with the intensity it deserved. She wasn't a celebrity gracing magazine covers. She wasn't trending on social media platforms. She was Alexandria Kris Foley, a black woman. Disappeared without a trace and then found dead, receiving minimal coverage, a stark contrast to the attention other cases often receive. The silence surrounding her case was deafening. In 2025, some stories exploded across the internet, playing out like a meticulously crafted movie, captivating audiences worldwide. Kris's story, however, felt like a faint whisper into the vast darkness, barely audible amidst the noise of the digital age. It was a stark reminder of how easily some voices can be silenced, some lives overlooked, Family and friends, refusing to let her memory fade, bravely broke the silence, posting heartfelt pleas on social media, organizing search parties, and sharing her voice and her story when mainstream media outlets didn't prioritize her case. They tirelessly asked residents near the crash site to meticulously check their security cameras, dash cams, and even personal doorbell footage, hoping to find any clue that could shed light on what happened. They became her advocates, her champions in the face of indifference. But official updates from the authorities seemed to freeze, progress stalled, leaving more questions than answers. The pain of her loss lingered, a constant ache in the hearts of those who loved her. Justice, the pursuit of truth and accountability, remained frustratingly out of reach, a distant hope in a sea of uncertainty. Alexandria Kris Foley may not have been prominently listed first in any official LGBTQ+ database or recognized with the widespread acclaim she deserved, but Dark Rainbows remembers her humanity, her vibrant presence, and the tragic circumstances surrounding her disappearance and death. She deserves more than fleeting, brief headlines buried in the news cycle. She deserves a thorough investigation, a commitment to uncovering the truth and the justice she was denied in life. If you were near the area of Houston between 2-4 a.m. on July 26th, or if you possess any potentially relevant dashcam footage from that night, please contact the Houston Police Department immediately. Demand accountability from those in power. Demand a thorough and transparent investigation into Kris's death. Because all lives, especially Black women's lives, which are too often marginalized and overlooked, matter. Their stories deserve to be heard, their disappearances investigated, and their deaths mourned with the same fervor and dedication as anyone else. Justice for Kris is justice for all. This has been Dark Rainbows, the stories the world ignores. Alexandria may be gone, but her name still echoes. Share, speak, seek truth. Subscribe for more untold stories until justice is real for everyone.